we're going to look at multiplying and dividing fractions. And we're going to start off by multiplying fractions. And there's only one simple rule. Here you multiply the numerators together, and then you multiply the denominators together, or whatever order. And it's as simple as that. Here's an example. So in this question, we're being asked to multiply 3 over 5 by 2/3. And all you need to do is you need to draw the dividing line. You then take these values, so the 5 multiplied by 3, the denominators, and then you multiply the numerators. And so 3 times 2 is 6, 5 times 3 is 15. So that would be your answer. But before leaving that question, you just need to think, can it be simplified? And the answer is yes, because 3 goes into 6 twice, and 3 goes into 15 5 times. So in fact, this would be the answer, the correct answer. Just keep in mind that for a mixed number, and a mixed number is something like 2.5, which has an integer and a fraction. Now, you can multiply these together quite easily by making them into improper fractions. So I'll just show you how that's done. So for instance, you could have 2.5 multiplied by 1.25, let's say. And the way you produce an improper fraction is that you multiply the denominator by the whole number. So in this case, it's 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So 5 over 2 multiplied by, in this case, 1 times 4 is 4. And then 4 plus 1 is 5. So these are the improper fraction equivalents of these numbers here. And then you just use this process. So draw the dividing line, and then 5 times 5, and 2 times 4. And this would give you 5 times 5 is 25. 2 times 4 is 8. Now, the answer is in an improper fraction, because you can see this is top heavy. So what we can do is then make that into a mixed number again. And you do that by dividing 8 into 25. So 8 into 25 goes 3 times. Whoops, 3 times. 3 8s are 24. 25 minus 24 is 1. And so the answer is 3 and 1/8. Can that be simplified anymore? No, it can't. So you can just leave it at that. So that's multiplication. Let's have a look at division. So here there are sort of 2 main rules. And the first rule for dividing fractions is that you multiply the first fraction. That seems a bit odd to say multiply when we're looking at dividing, but hold on a second. So you multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal. And reciprocal means the upside down value. So you flip it of the second fraction. So here, in this example, we have, let's just bring back this tool. So we have 3/5, but this time it's divided by 2/3. So the first thing to do is copy out the first fraction and then change the symbol. So that is the division symbol. Make that into a multiplication symbol, and then flip over these values. So the 3 goes on top here, and the 2 goes down at the bottom here. And then all you do is what we did above. We just multiply these together. So 3 and 3, 5 and 2. Multiply these values together. So 3 times 3 is 9. 5 times 2 is 10. And so that's the product of those. Can this be simplified? No, it can't. So that's the final answer. So what I'd like you to do is have a go at some of these and to reinforce how you do it. Here are 4 examples. So as usual, try this one, give this a go, and then put the video on pause while you're having a go at it, and then press play. Okay, so if you just do this first one and come back and we shall work through it together. So hopefully you've had a go at working this out. So this is a multiplication. So the multiplication is quite easy. You just draw the dividing line. You then multiply the numerators, so that's 1 times 2. And you multiply the denominators, 4 times 3. And so this equals 2 times 1 is 2. 4 times 3 is 12. Can this be simplified? Well, yes, because 2 goes into those. So it can be 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 12 6 times. So this is what your answer would be. So give this one a go. Put the video on pause and I'll see you in a moment. So hopefully you've got this right. First thing to do is to draw the dividing line. Oops, not quite like that curve. Well, anyway, imagine that's a straight line. Oops, this is getting worse. That's a dividing line. So 2 times 3, and then 7 times 5. Okay. And then you multiply that together. So 2 times 3 is 6. 7 5s are 35. So that would be your answer. Try to give this a go, the division, remembering that there's an extra step. Okay, so put it on pause and I'll talk to you in a moment. So the rule is that you multiply the inverse, the reciprocal. So let's give this a go. So 5 over 7, so that remains the same. We change this to that sign and we flip this upside down. Now this equals, draw the dividing line, 5 times 4, 7 times 1 is 7, and then 5 4s are 20, over 7. Okay, and now this is an improper fraction, so you have to work out how you make that into a mixed number. So 7 goes into 20 how many times? 40, right? So it goes in twice, that's 14. So 2 7s are 14, and 20 minus 14 is 6. So that's 6 over 7. So this is your answer. So give this a go, work it out on the same principles as this. Okay, welcome back. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow those rules again. The first fraction remains the same, 2 over 5. We then change the sign to multiplication, and then we flip this upside down. So the 7 goes at the top and the 6 goes at the bottom. And then we do what we did with the multiplication, what we did earlier on here. So 2 times 7, 5 times 6. So this equals 14. And 5 6 is a 30. Can that be simplified? Well, 2 goes into those, so that's 7 over 15. And you can see if it's simplified even more. I don't think it can be, but anyway, you can give it a go. I don't think so. So I think that is the right answer. So hopefully you've got to grips with multiplying and dividing fractions. If there's any questions, just put them in the comments or ask me.